The Rebel Alliance tenaciously fought the Empire on countless fronts across the galaxy. However, when we look at their sparse armour donned by the soldiers in comparison to the Imperial's heavier plate armour, it seems that they have a significant disadvantage. But is this true? Now, when we look at standard Rebel armour, it generally consists of a helmet and some pieces of lighter armour, protecting vital organs. And when we compare this to other types, such as the standard Imperial Stormtroopers, it feels like Rebel soldiers would be decimated in a fight. After all, the Empire had a lot more soldiers than the Rebellion did, so you'd guess that the Rebels would prioritise troop conservation. Now, the natural answer to this is that for the Alliance, resources were very hard to come by. It was difficult enough to get weapons and ships, etc. Getting armour would be very risky. Manufacturers caught dealing to the Rebellion would be severely punished by the Empire. As well as this, the Rebels lacked the funds to pay for a lot of non-essential gear. However, despite this, there's many other reasons why Rebel armour was designed how it was. Firstly, we need to consider how the Rebels work. They're a guerrilla movement, they often strike out of nowhere and disappear as members of the Imperial public. For this reason, they must be covert, and that would be very difficult if they were walking around clad in heavy armour. It's very conspicuous, and it would definitely arouse suspicion by Imperials. Not only this, but the Empire introduced a lot of new restrictions upon its rise to power, with lots of pieces of equipment requiring permits and licenses to own. This helped Sidious not have to worry about revolutions as much, as they couldn't have the equipment they needed. As well as this, the Rebellion being a guerrilla movement used a lot of ambush tactics. This relied on them not being seen and heard until it was too late. This makes light armour useful, it's quieter and would stand out less. Stormtroopers would struggle to get the jump on their foes, as their armour, despite being vibrant and white, would also make a considerable amount of noise when moving. Finally, we have the fact that the Rebels relied a lot more on their training than Stormtroopers did. Their training was often far more vigorous, and this is how the Rebellion ensured the sustainability of their troops. They were trained to use their senses to fight the Empire, and not being encumbered by heavy armour or large helmets helped them with this. And this is in stark contrast to Stormtroopers, who were more used to be seen. That's why there were so many of them. Their armour needed to look as bulky as it did. They were the Imperial might spread all across the galaxy, sworn to bring justice to all of Sidious's enemies. So they kind of needed to look formidable, and bulky armour's a very good way of doing that. However, in reality, their armour was little better than the Rebels. It was made cheaply, and their training made them far inferior to the standard Rebel soldier. So in the end, the Rebels' armour, or lack thereof, didn't really make a difference. In fact, it's probably why very few Rebels ever reused Imperial armour, simply because it just wasn't worth the extra weight or bulkiness. The Imperial-made armour wasn't very good. But what do you think about the Rebels' attire? Good choice or fatal error? Thanks for watching, I hope that you enjoyed. If so, please remember to like, share and sub, as it's really appreciated and it helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter @TheLawGuy and tick the bell for regular updates. But most importantly, thanks for watching, I do hope that you enjoyed and learned something new, and I'll see you next time.